everyone. Yes, today I'm sharing with you two guys of one of about the science, reaching the consciousness through science, through scientific results of research, and of course by Dr. Bruce Lipton here this time. And then we have Eckhart talking about the collective thinking and the individual thinking. Just like Dr. Bruce Lipton will explain it in a completely different way as Eckhart, but the meaning is both the intensivity, how much focus we can put on the present moment, and on the belief of influencing the joy in our life by paying more attention to the awareness into the actual present moment, more than in the future, or what we think about, what we visualize about the future, how it should be, how it should become. And it's unbelievable what Dr. Bruce Lipton found out with his research and with his analysis of what his experiments and his experimental researching really showed about how life works and how life functions. The fact that we influence our own genes, not the that it is more the environment and the thinking, the belief system we have that influences us, that influences each cell, how it reacts and how it behaves, and how it produces any type of function. It could be a dysfunction, it could be a 100% working perfect function. And it's how it really, he underlines it, how really we, with our belief, can control this, can control the genes. So really let yourself be impressed by these researches, and then enjoy the talk from Eckhart, how important it is, and how much awareness we put into most of the time things that are not from the present moment, and how important it is to train yourself to take the awareness out of the future and into the now. Now I want you to lean back, relax, listen carefully and joyfully, and have a wonderful time. And don't forget, in the end you will get a little, or it's not a little one, it's quite a very wonderful one, wonderful gift that you can get from me. Take your cup of tea, take your cup of warm water, your blanket, put you on a cozy place, and take your me time now.
This will change civilization. My colleagues were not interested in this work because they didn't want to understand this. The pharmaceutical industry does not want us to teach how you can heal yourself. The universe is made out of energy. Energy is like waves in the water that is in fact actually energy moving through water. This is how energy waves interact. I drop two rocks from the same size rocks from the same height at the same time, and they hit the water. And the waves, the ripples are in phase and they come toward each other. The question is, what happens when the waves meet? When they're in phase, the wave is more powerful. It is called constructive interference. There is an opposite effect. This time I dropped the two rocks from the same height, but I dropped one before the other. And the ripples come toward each other, but they're out of phase. One wave is going up, one wave is going down. Two waves can interfere and cancel each other out. This is called destructive interference. You have all experienced this in your life. So let's say it's Saturday night and you have to go to a party and you're tired, and you meet some people who are in wave harmony, and the waves are in harmony with you. And your energy and their energy in phase gives you more power, and then you are walking around on your feet, on your toes, very high, constructive interference. You are in a scary place, and you feel the energy go. What is going on is there's energy in the field that conflicts with you, and it cancels your energy. Destructive interference. All animals and all plants communicate with vibration. The gazelle doesn't have to go up to the lion and say, "Are you my friend?" Because at the distance, the energy could be felt, and the gazelle will not go there because of bad vibes. When we were young, we're taught to be sensitive to the vibrations. We would not find ourselves in bad relationships and bad places. But we are usually told not to go by our feelings, but to listen to what people have to say. Language was designed to hide feelings. So the point is, all organisms communicate by vibrations and know if they're in a good place or a bad place by reading the vibrations. But we humans have that ability, but are not trained to use that ability. But I will show you in a little while how vibrations change the proteins of the body. And the proteins give us our structure and our function. So the vibrations can alter our health and our biology. When we see people, like if I look at the audience or you see us, we see people as physical particles and machines. But that's an illusion, because what we are interacting waves. That's why one person can affect another person just by being in the field. Every cell in your body has a minus voltage on the inside and positive voltage on the outside. Every cell, every live cell is a battery. Every cell has about 1.4 volts, not too much. 50 trillion cells in the body times 1.4 volts is 700 trillion volts of electricity in your body right now. And with training and meditation, you can focus this energy called chi, and you can use that energy for healing. So what is wrong is our belief. In my research, right now, in every one of you, you have stem cells throughout your entire body. And these stem cells can replace any tissue or organ in your body, and you should be able to stay young for hundreds of years, as Greg will talk about. So you might ask, then why do we age? And the answer is because the mind controls the cells and the genes. And we collectively believe in aging. Science is like the church, so you can't understand what I'm talking about. But what is the meaning? Is that this is the first scientific report that I made, how the environment controls the fate of your cells. Genes do not control biology. I also introduce you to the exciting discoveries of epigenetics, a new field of biology that is unraveling the mysteries of how the environment influences the behavior of cells without changing the genetic code. It's the same story. Science is now saying what I have been saying for 30 years is coming around now. 95% of the people should have a healthy, happy existence. So if you change your thought and your mind, you can change the biology. And the mind is the primary cause of illness on our planet today. We can create the world that we want, and what we have to do is become conscious. And then heaven will be on this planet right here.
Yeah, I want to add here, thank you, Bruce, for this open talk about your research and what you found out and how you really need to explain that more and more and more and more and more and more. This is so important to the whole world. The more we all hear this, the more we can implement this and change this complete thinking and behaving, reacting. It's so incredible how important this is to really change our life, our world into a much more beautiful experience than we do right now. Yeah. Yeah, it's a quite deep realization how it all connects to our situation we all live in right now in these tough times. Yeah. It's really so that if you go really deep, for example, maybe you have no sickness, no illness, nothing you have to go to the doctor for, and you think you are healthy and everything is fine and okay, but what if, especially in these moments where you think I'm fine, I'm healthy, but you are used to a certain kind of being, certain kind of this energy field that keeps you just healthy, just alive. Your cells are alive and they are functioning in an okay way, but not in the maximum joyful, fulfilling, happy life experience way. How many of you out there, and I count myself perfectly to that one, are not living the joy that they could have? And maybe it's too crazy even thinking about it and thinking, is there another state of being I could be in? And then the next thing coming up in my mind or in my creativity now, is what does it mean? It means that I'm wealthy, I'm healthy anyway, but I'm also wealthy, I'm successful, I'm enjoying what I'm doing. I am enjoying what I'm doing. And enjoying what you're doing means you're attracting love, happiness, success, money, just a good life, a really good life, no? A really, really good life, not just an okay life. And that's our next generational step we have to all go to, and we need people that start going into these directions, that have a force, that hear the voice in them calling into a higher state of being, a higher energy field of experiencing, that energy field that Bruce talked about, that we all create by our faith, by our belief. And we can only do that by stepping out of the collective mind. And that is really the most important step we have to do. And the path we can do to reach this. Haven't you had the experience in the past when you were busy with aiming something and you were really focused on it, and you did this and you called, well, when people called you, you would say, oh no, I don't have time, I have to get this or that done. And how much could you see that you were not taken out of your action? You allowed to stay focused on something and not allow anything from outside to interrupt you. And that's that's a path. Think of staying more in your center and following your goal of joy, of being in joy, and of letting your impulses come, not the impulses from outside, letting your impulses from the inside come and allow you to take action. And stop reacting from things that want to come from the outside world into you, from the collective mind that gives you the wrong intentions, because the collective mind still is programmed by this energy field that is more in the negativity, more in the in that unknown consciousness. In this knowledgeless consciousness, let's say. Yeah. So the most important things I pointed out here: stay centered by yourself. Don't let the outside get you moving. Well, only if you will see if it's really needed or if it's just a chain reaction. Become aware of what you are really should do from the inside, from your inside. So disconnecting from the collective mind, meaning disconnecting to sometimes reacting all the time on things out there. And meditate, as Bruce said. Come into your center by meditation. That helps you to do this as a constant work, every day, every minute, every hour, and you can do this. Start it like 3 times a day, doing meditation for 5 minutes, and then you can just do that by sitting down, shutting up your brain, breathing, closing your eyes, holding your hand to your breast, connecting to that energy field in your breast, your heart beating energy field, which is a live frequency, the joy, warm, live frequency that a baby, a child has. this is what you can always connect to. Do it as much as you can during the day. And then visualize the joy, just the joy, and whatever picture comes. Yeah, enjoy the pictures. Enjoy the pictures. Maybe like running along an ocean, swimming in the sea, or playing, whatever. Enjoy this. Do the visualization that wants to come then. Yeah. This is what's connecting you to your center. Do it as much as you can during the day. Yeah, okay. Now I want to head you on to the next wonderful talk from Eckhart. Enjoy.
Other people, a big thing could be the next vacation they look forward to. In the meantime, they're just trying to get to that future moment. Or the next, or getting married, looking for someone to get married, finding the right relationship. That would be the big thing, wouldn't it, if I could find that, the partner, the ideal partner for me, and then you're looking towards that, and in the meantime little attention is paid to the intervening periods. But the strange thing is, most of your life is the intervening periods. 95%, no, 99% is something that happens while you wait for something else to happen. And it's an unconscious way to live. So, as I was folding up my clothes, and I realized how extremely pleasurable the activity is, and not because of the simple movements of putting it away, but there's an underlying stillness with it that goes with that. And so that as you notice that, as you do little things, in other words, 90-something% of your life, if you're aware not only of what you are doing, of course, yes, that's part of present moment awareness, is to give attention to what you're doing, so that the doing is not just a means to an end. The greatest fallacy and big dysfunction in people's lives is that almost all they're doing is a means to an end. That implies future, of course, is a means to an end, and unconsciously the end is regarded as more important than the means. But, of course, the end, which is in the future, is always in the future. The moment it comes, it's the present moment. But the mind pattern that has lodged itself firmly in people's minds is always that the next thing, and it's the thing that I really need to get to. So the moment the so-called future comes, it appears as the present moment. Something else almost simultaneously or very quickly afterwards, something else appears looming up in the so-called future. Oh, I need to get there. Of course, there are things that you need to achieve and go towards, and that involves time and so on. But if that absorbs almost 100% of your attention, or even if it absorbs 80% of your attention, you're out of balance, because if future absorbs 80% of your attention, you only have 20% of your attention left for the one thing that is ever real in your life, which is the present moment. So the present moment is just okay. So that's why many people don't actually, very rarely feel really comfortable with the present moment. It's rare for people to regard the present moment even in a friendly way. Many people live continuously in some kind of almost confrontational or denying relationship with the present moment. And then their entire life is then not aligned with the present moment, which is life itself, because the only place where life can appear to you is in the present moment. There is nothing else ever. And so your life is not aligned, your life with a small L is not aligned with life with a capital L. And that out of alignment creates an unhappy existence. And millions of people leading such an unhappy existence create an entire culture or civilization, every aspect of which reflects back to you that basically unhappy state that all those millions are in. So all the things that the culture produces, the civilization produces, the structures, the economic structures, political structures, educational, and so on, they will contain these elements of that state of consciousness that created them. So that's the dysfunctional element in politics, in economics, in educational system, and so on. Which all those things that you can see are not working very well, because they are products of a certain collective state of consciousness. And the collective state of consciousness is made up of millions of individuals that produces the collective state of consciousness. So if you try to tackle exclusively the products of that collective consciousness in the form of the economic structures, the political educational system, and so on, then you're working only on one end of the spectrum, and it's not the causal you're working on effect. And what you can do is limited. Yes, you can initiate changes, but what is the state of consciousness in the individuals and in you as you try to initiate changes? So the causal is the individual, so that the individual no longer lives in a way that produces unhappiness and is dysfunctional.
Yeah, thank you very much, Eckhart, for your wonderful talk in addition to Bruce and mine. And yes, you are always, and this is so nice combination here, Eckhart is explaining the real being of ourself. Yeah, he goes really into the explanation of the reality we all face in every moment, in every second, and he goes really detailed into he breaks it down to the smallest part of a millionth of a second, for example, of a situation, of all, and it's collective. Again, it's a collective feeling and being and behaving that he breaks it all down to. And look, Eckhart lives he lives, I think, in Canada, no? I think he lives in Canada. Well, but anyhow, he lives very with not many people around him. Yeah, he lives a lot in nature. He spends a lot of time in nature, doing not the most things and the most crazy things, and not the fastest. Yeah, he's a slow motion person. He became. Yeah, he took all the speed out of his life. And I want to encourage you to, how do I say that? Not to do the same. This life is as it is, yeah, and it's very fast and speedful, and our industrialization brought us to a high speed on information, on acting, reacting, on behaving, that's how it is. That's how we build our life. But what you can do to in this life still be very present in that moment, how Eckhart explains. And he explains it by folding his clothes, but what are we doing? Getting up in the morning, doing breakfast, getting the children done, prepared for the day, then maybe having, our lives are fully packed. But I want to encourage you to learn to become more effective. And it sounds crazy, and it sounds, what does you want? I'm effective. Maybe you might think I'm effective, but you are maybe very stressed and very on high frequency in the way of doing this, doing that, doing this, doing that. Very in a functional mode. And it's crazy, but if you slow down, and I will explain you how you can help yourself to do that, you will find that many things you are doing are useless, are completely too much. It is too much what we are doing. We have trained ourselves into an extreme of being in the doing. And there is so much more power to the being, through the being that allows to see ways to reduce the doing with the same result or even a better result. And this will hit you hard, but that's how it is. I will say that again. If we become all more a being self than a doing self, we will do much better things, much more effective things, much more useful things, much more joyful things. This whole world would look different. Yeah, that's a big pill to swallow, but that's how it is. And I see so many people around me that are working their ass off, but they are having symptoms on their body, on their mind. I'm not talking only about them. I had the same experience. I became so busy in doing, and it still happens to me that I come into this collective being that is a doing, not a being, that I lose it, I lose the connection to the being, to the power of the being. But it's okay. Okay, now I want to give you really good tips and tricks that you really implement them into your day. Do it. I can only tell you, you become more effective, you become more successful, you become more joyful, you can handle things a lot easier and with more joy. The only thing I want to encourage you to tell you, you're able to have more joy by having the same things in your life. You don't have to miss out anything. It's completely fine. Don't think you have to become a spiritual person sitting there and doing just no. You might like that, but no, don't worry. Okay? But for the now, we will even add some more doing to your actual already doing, and that's where you will be like, oh, I don't have time, I have no time, I cannot, I have to sleep, I need sleep, I need to get up early in the morning, I need to go to bed early in the evening because I have to get up early in the morning. Okay, stop it, calm down, relax, and just do what I propose to you. If you are already listening to this talks here, please do what I'm proposing you. Do it. Do not just listen and let it flip by. For the first time, do what I'm saying. And a wonderful coaching session that is a free gift from me to you could help you starting. It could be your starting Kickstarter, your Kickstarter to get started. Okay, so don't miss that out. If you don't listen to me now and you listen and you say, yes, I should try that, and then you will forget it again and not do it. But what you have to do is take your finger, go to the description of the channel, look up the email address that is there, and then set up a coaching session with me. So we both can connect, and I can show you some wonderful technique to do something that you will see and we will both see what wants to be show, what your system wants to show and wants to go into. It's completely a surprise for all of us, for you and me, in that moment. But this will be then your start, and you will be, from that point on, you will be encouraged to start something, to start a change in your daily routine. That's all you need to do, not more, not less. And that will then create the butterfly effect, changing small things that create a big change later on, in a wider scale. And you will see it in your life. Your outside world will adapt to the little small changes you're going to do. So let yourself be surprised and take that opportunity. But now, yes, I want to add what you could do in the morning. Set your alarm clock 10 minutes earlier, and then go to YouTube and turn on a guided morning meditation. Do that for 5 minutes, for example, 6-7 minutes, and then you connect. You just turn on some music afterwards without any talk, and you visualize your day. You think of how your day. You will know what things will have to be done, so you can visualize them and visualize how you are in these moments, how you want to feel and be in these moments. Visualize it. See it already. Yeah, it's like you're programming yourself for the day. Telling yourself, okay, I want to run this program today. Okay. And then enjoy, get up and try to do the things you do when you go to the bathroom, taking a shower. Try to give you a challenge. Like, for example, when you're brushing your teeth with the right hand, do it with the left hand. Start doing it with the left hand. And then go and do like a 7-minute workout app. 7 minutes only, not more, not less. That your body gets awakened, to that it feels like, oh yeah, okay, I'm awake. Yes, I move. I move all my parts of my body, so to really connect to them, to plug the plug in back in and say, oh yes, life go into my leg, life go into my arm, because when you're sleeping your life goes out. It's like you're disconnecting from the energy field, and when you wake up I don't want to tell you always what you have to, but when you can help your system to come into the state of completely awareness and being in the present, back alive in this present moment, in that morning, completely conscious. And that is what you can do with a little exercise. And this exercise, don't rush and hurry it. Do only a few movements with your body. You could even do a little yoga session, or whatever sport you like, but do it short and a few exercises, and be really aware in them. Do them slowly, to wake up and get up and plug into your vibration of the day. And then take a cold shower. That's a really very important thing. It is so crazy. That's the best thing to connect to the present moment. This kind of, and don't let it become a shock. Let it become an awareness of really, your eyes open up, your brain gets very aware. Oh, cold water is coming over my body. it's awakening you. But do it with breathing beforehand. Breathe deeply in and out. Hold your breath, and for 3 times maybe, and then you let that shower, that cold water run over you. And previously, of course, you can shower with warm water and then do it only in the end for 10-20 seconds. Try to do that, and increase it up to maybe 40 seconds day by day. Yeah, and you will love it. You will miss it when it's not there. Yeah. And during the day, as I said, do some little 1 to 5 minute meditations by just closing your eyes. You can go to, when you're in the office or somewhere, go to the toilet, sit down, hold your hand to your breast, breathe into your breast, connect to your breast, and calm your whole system down. It's like a reconnection again. Yeah. And that's something you can do, let's say 2 to 3 times a day. Yeah. And this will give you so much power when you've done it for the first time. You need some training. Don't think, oh, I can't do it, it doesn't work for me and all this. No, it works for anybody. It's like eating, drinking, what we all do. It's the same thing. It's not a type of, oh, I like this sport, I like that sport, no. This is something like a basic, like eating, drinking, breathing, to connect to yourself. And you have to learn that. You have to practice, and then you will be able to do it. Don't worry. Yeah, and in the evening, at night, you could, for example, have a little book where you write down what your achievements were, or what you found good during the day, what you liked, what you enjoyed. And even if it's only one thing, but try to give it at least 3 things. Maybe you will find some that, by thinking about it, okay, you will find out that they were very little. But this gives you awareness of the small things. Yeah. And this again will bring you to the present moment, to the joy of the present moment. Yeah, and then if you have a dream, if you want something to happen, want to achieve something, then you can visualize this and visualize it as it is already there, as you are already experiencing the result that you would like. And this way you can fall asleep. Yeah. And now I want to remind you of who you really are in this world as this human being. You are a wonderful, huge, great lottery win in your life and all the other lives around you that are connected to you. Now, in the future and in the past. Yeah, and now have a wonderful time. Minute, second, day, week, year, just simply, enjoy this life, this chosen life that you have chosen for. Yes, you did that. You decided to be here. And the you is the all. Yeah, we all decided that you are here. That the we is here. Yeah. The you part of the we part is here right now. And don't forget your free gift. Just a little reminder. Ding ding.